Good morning. Say hi, Brandy.
Hey. What?
I put us up on the big screen over there because I thought maybe you could see the messages.
No, not from
there. Can't see it.
No.
Trying to look out for you, man. You're a lot to take care of sometimes.
I'll look on my phone for the messages.
Well, you complain about looking through the whole video at your phone.
No.
Trying to help you out. This is about you. Number one, let's start off right here, real quick, like, okay? And we're going to talk about something. Coffee slurping and trolls.
Quick coffee slurping.
Number one, it's an accident. I try like hell not to do it.
I tell him not to do it. He forgets to.
Number two, if it bothers you that damn bad, then you have a very tough life. My God, some people act like that shit is the worst thing on earth. I am the rudest son of a gun that's ever walked the planet. Get over it, people. People vicious sometimes, man. And it's an accident. You can ask Brandy. When I'm not on camera, I'm not running around slurping coffee. It's an accident, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they sit there try to join in too. Oh, it's annoying as hell.
It is annoying. But
I'm trying to clear this shit up, and you're backing the trolls.
No, I tell him quit when he does it, but it's a habit, like anything else, I guess. It's a habit. So it's just, I guess, how you learn to drink hot stuff when it's hot, right?
No.
Why are you rolling your eyes at me? He's getting mad at me.
Hi, Messy Jessie, Bunny Bailey, Joyce Connor, Mean Jean, Bunny Bailey. See everybody else slurp away. That's what I'm saying, y'all. My point about all this is what pisses me off is how some people can get as upset as they do.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the coffee slurping drove me nuts. I was attacked. I was having PTSD.
I sit here and mess with my hair all the time. That probably messes people. Or sit here and rub my nose. They probably think I'm on something like, so people just have habits. They don't mean anything by them. So
I'll tell you though, if you're that damn thin-skinned where the sound of somebody accidentally slurping coffee just puts you into a state of shock, then you got a horrible, horrible life.
Yeah, I'm sure you have bad habits too. Everybody does.
Yeah, and it's not a damn habit. I wish you'd quit acting like I do it all the time.
Then what is it? Accident? I don't know. Reword it. Reword it, man.
I swear, the biggest damn troll I got sits beside me.
No, I'm not. What?
Every show.
If it's not a habit, what is it? Please.
I don't know. Let's just move on.
Okay.
Because all you're going to do is help my enemies build their case. Hi, Rapunzel, sassy, pretty flutter by star. I'm pretty sensitive to sound, and I've never noticed it. Thank you. I don't do it that. It's once in a blue moon, and like I said, it's on accident. This mic, I'm telling you, is the best damn mic I've ever seen. I could go upstairs in the bathroom and fart, and you would hear it. It's an awesome mic. That's not my fault. Now I'm sitting here getting third-degree burns on my lips because I'm too scared to be easy. Anyway, y'all noticed the title of the live was Summer Wells Media Manager. Is that what I put? What's the title of it?
Summer Wells Media Manager new interview.
Yeah. This is fresh. I reached out to Tim Mullins because I think any connection you get around people that's around the Wells is good to pick their brain if you can. Now, I tried to get him to come on live.
Mm-hmm.
Says he don't do lives, and I've not seen where he does. I know he does his own videos and stuff. I haven't watched a bunch on him. I know he caught a bunch of shit earlier it seemed like a lot of people really downed the dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I, he answered some questions for me, so I can't say he's that bad of a guy. He didn't have to do that.
No, he did. So.
You know, and it's not like I'm going to get him tons of publicity.
Right.
I thought it was cool that he did it for me.
Yeah, because he has first encounters with the family, so yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of rumors around him that I got some answers to.
Yeah, now some of them not the best answers, but we got some answers at least.
Right. I think there's 17 or 18 questions.
Yeah.
I'm going to give y'all a few of them here today, and the rest you're going to have to watch the video.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time
on video
back and forth with Tim Mullins, and I want to get a video too. But I thought we'd talk about a couple of them, and I did. I'm going to say this. Go ahead and preface it. I am going to give y'all 3 of probably the best 5 anyway. Nah, 3 of the better ones. Okay, I'll just say that. How's everybody doing this morning? Everybody good? You want to roll on, or what do you think? You got anything you want to jump into?
No.
Nothing?
You've already pissed me off this morning, so let's go on.
I hear you, trollette.
Let's do it.
Troll on, troller.
I'm not a troll.
Let's see.
He gets very defensive if you.
Oh, and I decided to, man, we don't give the members enough shout outs. So I want to give them a shout out. And I'm not going to do everybody. We're going to split them up into groups like this. That way they get a little bit more of a shout out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sonia Stanger, Single Mama 4, Lindy Young and Near, Kendall E. Woodward, Smokey 6372, Marmar, Unsolved with Barb. Thank you guys, man. That's awesome that you guys support us like you do, and we really appreciate it.
We do. Thank you.
Each and every one of you. And Smokey 6372, I noticed you've been a member for a minute, so you're apparently somebody that's had a name change.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I knew what your previous name was. I feel like I'd know you better.
Yeah, because that's the only way we identify you with, really.
Yeah, we don't have a picture of you or anything else. When you change your name, that throws me off.
Yeah, throws off the history. We don't know who you are.
Yeah. Like some of them that's changed your names, I know who you are.
Right.
Because you told me. But some of them that ain't mentioned, I got to try to figure out who's missing to figure out who you are. I can't go back and look.
Kate and Abby's mom been a member for 6 months. You put on there. You want to show that
awesome.
on the screen? No, if you can.
Thank you, Kate and Abby's mom.
Thank you.
6 months?
6 months.
That's about as long as we've had members, ain't it?
Yeah. Probably one of
Thank you so much.
First ones.
All right, I'm sorry.
We're coming up on our year. Well, yeah, about a year. You started, right? In October.
About a year for me, about 9 months for Brandon.
Yeah. So.
We're trying to crack the 7,000 barrier because we took a break and it seems like all our competitors gained 10,000 subscribers while we was gone.
We took the wrong time to take a break, I think.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that we got the time and it was kind of just severe burnout. We had to refresh, but if y'all noticed, we've been at hard and heavy lately. I mean, I'm searching. We've been putting out videos. Bam, 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 bam. We're back in the game, ain't we?
Mm-hmm.
And rolling. Thank you. And everybody that's new, thank you for being here.
Yeah. Y'all hit the like button if you haven't on this live.
Yeah.
And subscribe if you're here.
Yeah.
And you're new. Please.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you get to watch this interesting video later. Y'all click on notifications so you get a notification when it comes out. What time do you think it'll come out?
What?
The video for this.
Tomorrow at 12.
Tomorrow
probably.
at 12.
All right. But we're going to go over, like I said, some of them.
This is juicy.
Some of them now.
I don't think anybody's had an actual conversation with them except the Wells for a while.
Right.
I might be wrong, but I haven't seen anything with Tim Mullins. Right. This is verified source. You know, you can ask him.
Yeah, you'll notice in the video, everything has quotes around it because I have firsthand, I know that that's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the, and now, go ahead.
Some of the responses aren't great. Like, he could have exaggerated a little bit better. But that's the difference of having an interview.
A little bit better.
Yeah, exaggerate, explain. See, now you're picking on me. Whatever.
When you're making shit up, you're
What?
exaggerating. It didn't happen.
Ex-
These are quotes.
Okay.
So I have.
Explain it a little bit better. There you go. Instead of having a one sentence answer. Yeah.
Right. He could have. See, I didn't get follow-up questions, and some of them, it leaves you hanging, kind of.
Thank you, Bonnie. You've been with us 7 months. Glad to be with you this Monday, she said.
But, you got to take what you can get sometimes. And, I thought some of my questions were pretty good. I wasn't going to ask him, like, super wild shit that's huge speculation. But I did ask him a couple. Let's knock one out for an example, and we'll go from there.
Elaborate. That's my.
Elaborate. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Somebody corrected us.
Oh, did they?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody figured it out for us.
See, they knew us.
All right. Here is one of the questions I asked him, and I don't think it's exactly how I phrased it, but the basic question was what do you say to the people that said the trip to Utah was to dump Summer's ashes? And he responded with this. One of the silliest things I've heard, but I will not speak bad about the stepsister if she was the one that was pressed or manipulated by others to start or feed the rumor. And yeah, guys, I realize I missed some spaces in there, but it was just basically so I could get it word for word and get it to y'all. So I thought that was really interesting because I didn't realize that had come from the stepsister, that she was saying that too. Did you know that?
The whole Utah thing about then what did they do? Go and do you remember? They
went to Utah. They went to this way out in the woods and had a memorial rock.
Yeah, memorial rock. There you go.
And a lot of people speculated, and I think this is ridiculous too. I'll just go ahead and say it because to believe this, you would have to think they carry these ashes to Dr. Phil, to Utah, to everywhere. I mean, how feasible is that really? Now, I don't know what I'm not saying there might have been something reason that they were in Utah. There very well might have been, but I'm saying it wasn't to dump ashes. They're not taking ashes on a trip with them and all that. I mean, come on. Anybody knows how easily your bag could get searched at the airport.
Yeah, I don't think they would took that chance.
No. I mean, like I said, if they were taking chances like that, they'd be in jail.
Right.
So I always thought it was silly. I never realized that the stepsister had been a part of that.
Yeah.
And I got to question her thinking if she is, because it just doesn't make sense. And that was one of the things I want to ask him about too.
They're saying, well, they noticed after that trip they come back with the necklaces. Maybe I don't know if they had ashes in them. I really don't believe that, but you guys can have your own opinion. I don't believe that either. I really don't think they would be wearing necklaces with ashes in them.
No.
And they're the cops, right? Law enforcement, on top of them. I just don't see that.
I mean,
it's kind of logical.
It doesn't make sense. And me and Brandy, I can't remember where we heard it, but somebody was telling us them necklaces are more for carrying dope in. I'm not saying the ones they had on were for sure that kind, but they make necklaces like that for dope.
Yeah.
To carry dope in.
Now there might be a slight chance.
Now that, right.
The whales are a little bit off, so
they like to party sometimes.
Well, with the dope, maybe 1% out of 100, it might have been ashes, but I wouldn't give it more than that. So they might do something dumb about ashes.
I would give it something for dope, probably.
Well.
Just saying.
And they're like
personal
playing
opinion.
tricks. Maybe they're like, let's get these necklaces and wear them. Let's see what everybody starts talking about.
See, and I really think if you look back, there's been a couple of things. I'm glad you said that. That was a good point. That I think they do just to get people
I
up in arms.
They love that. They love the attention.
The trip to Mary, the necklaces, the trip to Utah. I think they honestly want shit to come out to fuck with people.
Yeah.
To mess with people. I apologize.
We finally got them. They're all believing this. You know, that's what they do.
And there's other stuff that's happened that I think is.
They do that.
Is
the
that
big old lie with Dawn in jail, rest of that
Dawn
stuff.
outrunning the cops, the 6 people, and buying $2,000 worth of smack.
I don't believe that for a minute. You think an actual drug addict would buy dope and give it away? I don't think so.
And see, the thing about him outrunning the 6 FBI agents or whoever, I seen people in the comments. Wow, it's hard to believe 6 cops couldn't pull him over. And I'm like, oh, that never happened. And he tells the story, and I brought this up before. He says he outrun 5 of 6 agents, right? And I always wished they wouldn't have cut him off and he could have told us what happened with that 6th agent. Because I have a feeling the way Dawn tells the story, that 6th agent got a Jackie Chan type ass whooping from Dawn.
It's like a movie, like the action movie he's talking about.
Yeah.
He probably got it from an action movie, probably.
Right, probably.
Yeah.
Like Dawn, I got out of my car, I done a backflip off of the roof of it and drop kicked him in the forehead.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
People bought that shit, man. Tell us the story, Dawn. What happened next?
Sorry, Bonnie, I hit your
Is
comment.
chat stuck?
I actually didn't remove the comment of yours. Sorry, Bonnie, I didn't mean to do that.
I don't think they scam for ashes in airports. Think of all the people they take deceased loved ones to other family members. I don't think they scan for them in airports either.
How do you delete a message?
I never said they searched for ashes in the airports. I think he went to Utah to imprint necessary lies on his son.
Sorry, Bonnie, I'm trying to fix it. I did something to her profile. What did I do?
What'd you do?
I hit it and hit her somehow. How do you, okay,
we're going to move on to the next question that we asked Mr. Mullins.
Okay, I'll fix it. Sorry about that.
Now, this one was a big one because when this first come out, everybody was in an uproar over this. And I asked Tim Mullins, did Don give you a cell phone when he was incarcerated? And Tim told me, yes, his cell phone. So that did happen.
Yeah.
Now, I kind of thought that was true, and I kind of still believe that it probably was just the cell phone he had, and probably wasn't anything on that cell phone.
I don't think there's nothing important on it. Or you would be kind of stupid to do that, you know?
Well, my thing is, I wouldn't have even made it to court with anything on me that had any evidence on it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Okay? And the fact that, you know, he would give it to Tim, you know, despite the rumors, they don't have a huge history and they're not related and none of that. I don't know if you would trust your media manager with your deep, dark secret.
No, I wouldn't.
Because media manager is kind of somebody that runs the media side of things for people. Okay? Tim does different stuff, builds websites, that kind of shit, right?
Yeah, nothing legal, usually.
Nothing legal.
Legal, like lawyer stuff, criminal stuff. You don't deal with anything
Right,
like that.
right. It's more just, I think it's basically he manages social media and helps set up, like I said, the website, stuff like that. But if Dawn would give him a cell phone and this shit was to have something crazy on it, Tim would probably be at Netflix with that stuff.
Be a good movie, probably.
You know?
He might like well, I shouldn't say that. The fame of turning it in. I found the evidence of all this case, y'all.
But I think that the cell phone thing, a lot of people really thought that
it had something.
It was some damning info on that cell phone.
You would think law enforcement already took the phones they had. You would think if they did the investigation correctly, they took them that day, or got the records off of them.
For what we know, they did take the cell phones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right. And I don't think there's going to be another cell phone with anything on it.
Yeah. People are usually smart enough not to know you should be texting and using the phone about the crime you've already done.
Right.
But it is so who knows? I don't think there's something on there.
Well, I'm going to say this, though. If you think about it, Dawn and Candace have a history of arrests and stuff like that. I'm sure they've learned things over time that you make sure you don't do to get arrested.
Yeah, they know how the system works.
Could there be another cell phone?
No.
Possibly. But my thing is, I don't think that's the one Dawn would give to Tim.
Yeah, me either.
There could very well be another cell phone. We don't know. I always thought it was really interesting, the thing Hunter said about the day they were at the lake. Grandis was putting minutes on her phone. Because we all know it's typically burner phones that you can do that with. I thought if there's a phone I would like to have, it'd be whatever phone that was.
Yeah. Because you can get a phone, don't want your, a burner phone, want your information, but you could lie about it. It's not like you have to put your social and stuff tied to it.
Yeah, that's why people get burner phones, because you can make it to where it doesn't get tied back to you.
Yeah.
Now, they can tie it back to where you bought it.
Yeah.
And see who bought it on camera, possibly. So you want to pay with it in cash and want to wear your hoodie and your ski mask in when you buy it. I think that's one thing that COVID probably helped a lot of criminals with, was hide their damn identity. Because then you can roll into a bank, you ain't going to be the only one with a mask on.
Right.
True. But that's my thoughts on the phone. I really don't think there was nothing to it.
But that kind of confirms, though. He did get the phone. A lot of people was wondering about that. So, we did learn something.
Yeah, he was given a phone. He admits it. So there's that. And I thought for the last question I asked him, I would give it to you. I shot a clip of it for y'all. We'll play it for you. Dun, 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 dun. A little pre.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up.
Almost did it again. I played it twice so y'all could get that. Did you see what he said? I thought it was wild. That what do y'all make of that? He don't know. He talks about the interview room, and what I feel like he's getting at there is they don't absolutely have to tell you the flat truth.
Right.
Which is true. right?
Right.
And I don't know. It's going to make you wonder, like I've been saying for a while. After I heard McDonough talk about the people questioning Dawn, I really got the impression it was a slam dunk that he was going to get extradited. Now, could he still get extradited? Yes, he could. But come down to the wire, folks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's put a lot of questions on what he said. I will say that, definitely.
That is very, very interesting,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Those are interesting. The video is really good. It has how many more that we haven't went over?
I got 17 questions total on the video.
So this is the first 3, so there'll be 14 more in the video y'all haven't seen, which will come out tomorrow if y'all want to watch it. Pretty juicy information. These are just 3 we picked out.
Yeah. And I think it's not groundbreaking shit, I'm not going to lie to you, but I think that last one we played, I think people find that, if you're like me, interesting, right?
Yeah, or validates like stuff you had doubts about. The absolute answer
Right.
from him, his side.
And I feel like from the interview I had with him that he is going to be professional. You ain't going to get him to answer nothing crazy.
Yeah.
That's how the feeling I got. And that's why my questions aren't like wild, speculative stuff. It's stuff that because I mean, he's doing this for me. He don't have to answer a damn thing I ask him.
Right.
Right. And I see people talking about how bad a person he is. I don't know the guy. I'm not going to say that not knowing.
We were just trying to get some questions answered.
I just thought it was interesting. And you're going to have to watch the video. I asked him about Netflix. And I'll leave it there.
Yeah, because he's the one that would probably be over that.
Yeah, he would be. Let's leave it there. But I think y'all like it. It's somebody close. Like I said, that's what me and Brandy we talked about a while back, and we've been trying to do is we want to talk to people if we can't talk to Dawn and Candace, we want to talk to people as close as we can. And we've got to ask some questions of the media manager. We talked to Cam and Allie a lot, and they were around them a ton.
Which we've learned some stuff we didn't know, so it's nice to have that info.
Yeah. And I think, to talk about this case as much as I do, you have got to have close contact with the situation.
Yeah.
It's hard to get an idea for how people are and things if you don't talk to them, I think.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I agree. Because it's first-hand knowledge, second-hand, third-hand. Once you hear it 2-3 times, how accurate is it? Probably not very,
Yeah.
So.
And I'm not going to try to misrepresent the stuff Tim said either, because I'm hoping by trying to be respectful and how we went about this, maybe he'll answer questions again.
Yeah.
Sometime.
Maybe after the video, maybe one of our lives, we can see what questions y'all have. Maybe get them to answer them.
Yeah.
That would be good.
And like I said, I think as long as we stay respectful and stuff, I think he's pretty good about doing that.
Yeah, I think he would too. So we just can't be asking no outlandish questions,
Yeah, and I'm telling you, I've after already kind of been through this. If I asked them, they would give no answer anyway. So it's something to look at. Now, Dawn is how many days away? Not many.
No.
From coming out. It's at the end of this month. I'm pretty confident, right?
Right.
Think about that. Just a few weeks. What's going on? And I'm hearing that the house looks all shut down, right? Is Dawn going back there, you reckon? You're from the South, slurping ain't nothing. So now I ask, they slurping and you can't say because you can't see them. Are they picking their toes or picking their nose? Be yourself, you're fine. Thank you, Tammy. Exactly. You know, me and Brandy could start doing this with the thing up like other people do.
What, the camera off or?
Yeah. Just show their avatar.
I'd rather be on. I think it's more personal when, or you know, when you're on
I like to
camera.
see the people that are talking.
Yeah.
Right?
It kind of gets old staring to a picture, you know?
Yeah.
So who
Yeah.
knows who you're talking to, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see here. Robin said she sent a super sticker and it went through, but it never showed up. I don't see it, do you? I don't think we're having issues. I never seen one, did you?
No, I didn't see one.
Maybe make sure it went through. I'm not for sure what happened. She's asking.
Thank you. But I haven't seen it. I don't know. You know, I'm an expressions person, LOL. Yeah. Yeah. Also, we thought we'd do something else today that is cool. Me and Brandy try to read all the comments we can. So when we get some good ones on the lives, I'm going to bring up some of the people's comments. I even hooked them up with a sign. This was somebody's comment today. I worked for an insurance company, and that vehicle was definitely rear-ended. There was another vehicle involved for sure. And what they're talking about is that was off our video about Jason Landry. He's the kid that went missing from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on Disappeared the other night. The episode was about him, Jason Landry. And this person, apparently, they know as like an insurance adjuster, I'm assuming, how they go and they look at the car and they tell you how much damage it is. They're saying it looked rear-ended too. And, you know, I know it went up into them trees, but I'm telling you, that car looks like somebody, whatever happened to the back of it was bad.
You think that, well,
Think what?
maybe somebody that hit them was also on drugs or doing shit they weren't supposed to do. Sorry, I shouldn't have said SH, T-word, but weren't supposed to be doing. And maybe he's going to call the cops. Maybe they didn't have insurance, or maybe they had a warrant. You know?
Oh yeah.
Maybe that happened. So.
And that's another thing where in his case, they might have screwed the case up by pulling the car out and not taking pictures and none of that.
Maybe he was running from the person and that's how all of his clothes came off. You know, I'm just saying.
Well, I mean,
maybe some of them. Except maybe your underwear.
he ran out of his clothes.
Well, maybe, you never know.
Well, I mean, I guess anything's possible. But
Well, that and he might have had concussion, you know?
I think there's a good chance he had a severe head injury.
Yeah, so.
And this one was a comment. Lawson is the one problem. He will not allow anyone to search on the Wells property. Why?
That's a great question.
Ain't it?
I'd like to have an answer for that.
And, you know, hence that's why we did our little, while we tried to start our little crusade about getting Summers' case pulled out of Hawkins County control.
Yeah, because they're not doing nothing, sitting there with the case.
Nothing.
And, you know, they have a lot more evidence and stuff we don't know about. You know, that might be crucial in solving the case.
Yeah.
But it's just sitting there. They're not that passionate in finding a resolution. You know?
No, they're not.
I wish we could get a private investigator that would actually do something about the case.
Yeah.
I know that they said there's a man and lady that is private investigator on this case. Have you heard that? The family hired?
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything they've done, though.
Well, they're still, the last thing I heard out of them was they felt like it was an animal attack, possibly. Now, how in the hell they come up with that?
Yeah, that's the last
And-
thing I would think it would be.
That is the last thing I think it would be too. But
My opinion.
I tell you, my belief in searches has went way down. My only thing that I like about the searches that were done there is I know EquiSearch did some searching, and I know they do their shit right.
Yeah.
I still don't think it would have been an animal attack because I think there would have been a lot of signs. I really do. I mean,
There would be screaming other than Jody see what she said. There would be clothes, there would be evidence, especially if they were searching for her, that day. I would think there would be evidence.
I really think there would. But is there a chance they didn't find it?
Maybe.
It's possible, but it's very, very unlikely.
See, it's weird because they say, we believe she's in the area, but they won't search the area. So if you believe her, she's in the area, wouldn't you be searching that area every day?
And it's like, if you think about it, Ronnie Lawson is pretty much by doing that ended his effort.
Yeah.
Because if he thinks she's in that area, but he's not searching for her, what does that tell you?
And then that makes it like people not searching out of the area.
If I really honestly believe she was in the area and I was in charge of Hawkins County, we'd be searching constantly. Because for one thing, he acts like it's like Mars there. It's not, okay?
Right.
People can search and you don't have to worry about them getting lost. Number two, I know you can get volunteers.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I know he could.
Every day, probably, or every weekend.
Yeah.
So
Why?
He says she's in the area, but won't search the area.
He won't search it and he won't let nobody else search it. How's this going to work if you think she's in the area?
But that makes me think they have some kind of evidence, him thinking that.
Well, see, it makes me think if he's legit, then what that tells me is he thinks it was Donna or Candace, I think.
Yeah.
If he thinks she's in that area.
Right.
Because I don't think he thinks an abductor would take her and stay in the area, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But like I said before, he might say that too because he don't want the FBI to come in if everybody thinks it's across state lines,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That could keep the FBI out of point.
Because it's local. FBI can't intervene or interfere unless it's out.
Well, they can if you request them or
they need help, or if it's I don't know how that actually works. Like I know FBI helps on some cases. It don't make a lot of sense.
The FBI is federal. They can go anywhere.
Right.
But the FBI mainly investigates crimes that have crossed borders. I think they're kind of like a field gap between states. Because I think it used to be a lot. I know I've seen cases where like there was a serial killer and he was killing like 2 counties apart and it took him forever to put it together.
Yeah, connect the dots.
Right. Now that was back before communication was what it is now.
Yeah.
But, I think that's some of it.
That happened in the Golden State Killer. Some of his victims were out of state and they never put the two together.
Yeah.
So, that was crazy.
I know, man.
Y'all know about him, the older guy? Well, he's old now, but he committed tons.
Yeah.
Of
rapes.
A lot more rape
quite a
than
few murders.
Yeah. What were you going to say? He's still alive. He acts like he's disabled. They caught him in his jail cell, climbing up on the bed, climbing around. But then they got him on camera acting like that. But then he has to be in a wheelchair outside of the.
Yeah, he comes in the courtroom and you think this dude's on death's door.
Yeah.
The way he acts in court.
There's a video out there. Y'all should watch it. He's climbing up on a chair on the bunk, hanging stuff on the wall. I guess he didn't know everybody's watching him. I think that's.
Thank you, Lynn Frank. We got a new member.
Oh, thank you, Miss Frank.
Welcome.
Welcome. Glad to have you? Anyways, maybe he's taken that as like, well, to make people feel sorry for him, or maybe on trial. Has he already had his trial?
I don't know.
I can't remember, but
There's no, anyway, in my opinion, you look at it, there's no justice in that case. Because this dude got to live his whole life free until he was, however old he is.
70s.
He's really old.
Yeah.
And to me, that is not justice. He got away with it, in my opinion. If he spends his last year of life in jail, I mean, did he really get what he deserved? No. Hell no, he didn't.
He's evil. Like, he would, it's usually couples. He would go into their houses and make the husband like be on his all fours and put plates on his back, and while he's raping the wife.
Yeah, he would stack like dishes on top of dude, so if dude moved too much, he would hear it.
Yeah. So.
Oh man, he was a twisted cat. Mm-hmm. Hey, Killer Looks, how's things?
No any more comments?
Did I do them all? How many did I show? I think I do have another one. Forgot about that. I think my ADHD is getting worse in my older years. Do you think?
Mm-hmm.
I think it could be still post-C is the problem. Where are they at? There they are. I don't think I only showed 2.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Why would cops say they know where she is and they won't search the property? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, that kind of goes with the last one, but I thought that's my point. A lot of people, I'm just so glad they see what I see.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Didn't you hear like a while back that Equus Search, they found like on the property, maybe they thought she was buried there. I heard that somewhere. Do you remember hearing that?
EquiSearch made a reference about the body being moved, I think is what it was. And after they said that, that really makes me think if the body was moved, it was Dawn or Candace.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
I think that's one on the side of Dawn and Candace.
Yeah.
Because
they did say that, I think.
You wouldn't abduct a kid,
Mm-mm.
murder him, put the body somewhere, and then come back and put it somewhere else. Yeah. You know, when EquiSearch said they think there was the body had been moved, it gave me the idea they found a spot or something. The dog maybe led to a spot, and it led to something, because why else would EquiSearch, who I highly respect, EquiSearch is a great thing. There are a lot of professionals in their fields that are part of EquiSearch. And I'm all about some EquiSearch. I don't know if they got quite the AWP track record, but
yeah, I don't know. In a lot of cases, like the family will search, and law enforcement will let them. I just don't understand why they won't let nobody search.
That's another thing that kills Summer's case is the family is not proactive in none of this. Usually that'd be who you had in the police's ear. We need to be searching. Why ain't we looking for my kid?
Right.
And I don't know that Dawn and Candace are doing that.
Right.
So
they already say she's not around here, or somebody took her.
Yeah. And when police don't have that person constantly in their ear, they're going to slack.
Oh,
I think
they will. Yeah, because a lot of them are understaffed and they have to do, the most important things usually.
Yeah.
Everything else gets pushed away, pushed aside.
And that's another reason. When I was thinking about it, I decided we should have people try to contact these folks. I'm going to put it up one more time. Is because the way things are going, Summer's case is not going to be solved. I'm sorry, I don't see it happening.
No, not if something doesn't change.
And these are the people we need to talk to get some change. And if we could get TBI at least to come and investigate Summer's case, our chances would go up so dramatically of her something positive happening for her. Me and Brandy though have been hearing a lot about Debbie Collier. We thought we would give y'all a little sample of what that's about, right? This lady, I have no idea. All I did was find the article on her, and that's all I know going in, except a little bit that I've seen from other people. Have any of you guys heard of this, the Debbie Collier case?
It's strange. I'm sure some of you have. It's kind of interesting. Somebody was wanting to know what the different color stars are beside the names. It's like if you've been with us a month, you get one color. 2 months, it's a different color. So, it changes for how long you've been a member. If you go to the member part on our YouTube channel, it should show you what colors for how many months you've been a member.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
And we're lucky to have people that's been members as long as they have.
And
All
somebody commented, just to read off, I was interested. What do you make of TBI saying they are investigating the circumstance surrounding the day Summer went missing? That is weird.
I'm thinking maybe there is some glitch in the electronic tech data that ain't matching up,
Maybe. Circumstances, yeah.
Right? I'm thinking they might have some kind of issue with the timeline, is what it tells me, right? Yeah. Here's the Debbie Collier thing. I want to read y'all this article real quick.
It's interesting, y'all. It's kind of creepy.
Debbie Collier, murder of Georgia. Oh shit! Hold on. Forgot to share. I tell you, to do a live good, you need somebody working the computer. You need somebody working the chat. You need somebody just doing their thing.
And the moderators help a lot. Thank y'all.
Yeah, thanks to the moderators, or we'd really be overwhelmed sometimes.
Yep.
There we go. Okay. There we go. Debbie Collier. Murder of Georgia woman found burned in a ravine was personal and targeted. The killing of a Georgia woman whose body was found burned in a ravine was personal and targeted, police say. Debbie Collier's remains were found on 11 September in a wooded area on the side of a state road in Clarksville. The 59-year-old woman had been reported missing the day before by her daughter and husband, who last saw her at the family home in Clayton, nearly 60 miles from where her burned and partially naked body was discovered. 60 miles, that's a long way. That's at least an hour's drive from the house, right?
Yep.
Surveillance video obtained by authorities earlier this week show Collier's entering a Family Dollar store at 2:55 p.m. on 10 September. She was wearing a red shirt and purchased a rain poncho, a 2-roll pack of paper towels, a refillable torch lighter, an OBD trap, and a reusable tote bag. OBD trap. What's that?
OBD. I don't know.
Some of the items later found next to her body. On Friday, the sheriff's office said the new surveillance video showed Collier sitting in her car for 10 minutes around 3 o'clock. Fox News reported during that time she sent a Venmo payment of $2,385 to her daughter with a chilling note reading, "They are not going to let me go. Love you. There's a key to the house in the flue flower pot by the door." Authorities said Collier was killed sometime between 3:19 on 10 September when she left the parking lot of the Family Dollar and 12:44 p.m. the following day when her body was found by deputies who saw her car on the side of the road. That is so weird. Said the incident is believed to be drug related. In a Friday statement, law enforcement reiterated they have ruled out a possible kidnapping or suicide. They have ruled out a suicide.
Yeah.
The sheriff's office said the Collier's daughter, who first raised the alarm about her mother being missing, had recently moved in with her. Although her husband had told authorities that Collier had left her purse, credit cards, and driver's license at home. Authorities said on Friday that Collier's purse and phone were found at the scene.
Isn't that weird?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Investigators said they expect more developments into the investigation once their petition search warrants are approved. We are now just beginning to get responses to search warrants and subpoenas in the case. Collier was also reported missing by her sister, who mentioned that Collier had been involved in a car incident in August when a can of paint fell from a moving vehicle and struck Collier's car.
Mm.
The paint went everywhere, and the driver was trying to convince my sister not to tell the cops that he was driving because he was out on parole, Miss Shirley said, and there was a stipulation to his parole that he could not drive.
That's another suspect. The daughter, now the suspect.
Authorities have said that Collier's final trip to the Family Dollar only lasted 14 minutes, and Collier was by herself. On 11 September, Collier's van was found on the side of a state road in Clarksville. They ran the numbers of her license plate, discovered the vehicle was linked to a person reported missing in Clayton. K-9 units brought to the scene led investigators to Collier's body. She was found lying on her back, naked, and grasping a small tree with her right hand. Collier was severely burned on her stomach. That is the weirdest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, so somebody sent her in to buy her own murder kit, pretty much.
What are y'all? Oh, thank you, Stacey Ray.
Thank you.
Summer was felled by everyone on Ben Hill.
True. Very true.
Very true.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Very
and
kind.
Amen to your statement. You are absolutely right.
Yeah, that's why we're here, not to fill her.
Yeah.
That's a weird case, though, isn't it? So pretty much she was sent in Dollar General to buy her murder kit because everything she bought was about found with her.
How does that work, though, man? I just don't get that.
Oh,
That is so odd.
And then the daughter received a Venmo payment of like $2,000 something.
See, that's why at first when I heard that, I thought, well, the person, what's the motive? If it's money, you'd think it was the daughter, but how did you talk her into all that?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering. And they did hear her fighting with the daughter several days, like in advance, before that day. But why would, I don't know if the daughter would be that, I don't know, it's kind of stupid, sending money to herself.
It's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
None of that makes sense. That's really weird.
I just learned about the guy that was in an accident with that the paint hit her car. I didn't know about him. That's crazy.
What's up, John? True Crime and Brandy.
Hey.
Cam and Allen.
Oh, hey, Kim and Allie. But you would think if it was the guy that wrecked, didn't supposed to be driving, everybody else, like in her family, knows about him. So I don't think if he thought that getting rid of her would stop that. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. It's
What do you guys think? Isn't that a crazy case?
It's really crazy. Cam, you want to come up and chat for a minute?
Especially how nobody's with her at Dollar General, her buying her supplies.
That's what I'm saying. How do you talk somebody into that?
You go in Dollar General and buy the stuff.
And what does she mean by that? They're not, what was the message? They're not going to let me go.
Mm-hmm.
And they said they ruled out kidnapping and suicide, right?
Right. If they sent me that Dollar General with nobody, I would not leave. I would get help, wouldn't you? I'd at least try something, wouldn't you? I would definitely try something.
I don't know, man.
It's going to lead to my demise.
Yeah, I would definitely try something too.
Thank you, Unsolved with Barb. Hey, you.
Oh, thank you, Unsolved with Barb. Thanks for being a member too.
Cam said he'd come up here for a minute. Thank you, Cam.
Let me get some coffee so I can keep up with Cam's rambling ass.
Yeah. He said he's coming. He's got to get some coffee.
Seems like Cam knows about the Debbie Collier case.
Yeah, I'll see what he says.
See what Cam got to say about this. Oh shit! How do I post the link in here? Oh damn, Cam, this might take me a second. Actually, it ain't like I've never brought. Have I ever brought him on StreamYard?
Nope.
Cam, how do I get the link or invite you up? How do I do that?
I don't know.
Shit.
Look, click on that person. I don't know.
Cam, how do I bring you up?
Snapchat. Invite down there. Duh.
Where's it at?
Down at the bottom.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shit. Give me a second, y'all.
We're working on it, people. We haven't had anybody up since you got the new software, have we?
No, we ain't. We're about there, guys. I'm sorry. See, that's why I kind of like the other one, because on it you can have the chat on top of the picture.
Yeah.
And on it you can there was something else it could do that I can't hear. But
yeah, I liked how the chat you could have it down.
The overlay
Yeah.
is what it was called.
Yeah. Can't do that on this one, but it does. This one does work a lot better.
It seems like we ain't had a tenth of the issues
Yeah.
we had since then.
It was awful there for a while.
Can't imagine the link guy. Grab that shit. It's funny. I try to call Cam when I go pick up Taylor because he's always at the bus stop too. We can bullshit. Brittany, I wish I had your hair. Me too.
Miss Deb, you can have some. Actually, this is half of the hair I had before. I lost a lot of hair due to freaking COVID. It was scary too. I was brushing my hair, clumps of hair would fall out. It seemed like.
I almost have zero faith in our justice system. It's unbelievable how law enforcement is calling the 12-year-old boy Sean Darty. He unalived himself. I just can't. I'm not familiar with him.
I know a lot of these cases, it makes you lose faith in them, but then there's some really good people in law enforcement really try to do the right thing, you know. So, but it's awful, you know, when cases don't get solved, and there's a lot of evidence out there that probably could be solved.
Where the hell's Cam at?
He went to get him some coffee.
Is that what he said?
No. He went to take him a smoke break. I don't know.
Bonnie Bailey says 266 in here. Only 128 likes. If we hit 200, I will gift some memberships.
Oh.
Oh, come on, y'all. That is a deal right there.
Hit that like
There's Cam.
button.
All right.
Hit the like button.
So we got 206. We need how many? 72 likes, and Bonnie Bailey's going to gift some memberships. Come on, y'all got to hit that. If everybody in here would hit it, we would be there in a second.
Hit it. That doesn't sound right. Hit
Oh.
the button.
What's up, Camalama Ding Dong?
What's up, guys?
Not much.
Not much, dude. I was impressed with your knowledge of the Debbie Collier case.
Oh, did you? You like it?
That's weird, isn't it, Cam, that case?
Strange. It really is because, you know, clearly, like they're sitting there saying all she had was her ID and credit cards. You can clearly see her with her purse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Women carry more than that in their purses. Every woman, as far as I know, right?
I know.
Yeah, she's right there. Hallie's right there.
Oh, yeah. I got everything in my purse.
Me too. Mine, I could use it as a weapon if I needed to. It's so heavy.
Yeah. John gets mad. It takes him an hour to find car keys. My purse. But doesn't it?
It's like digging for treasure.
It is in hers. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say hi to everybody, Allison,
Hi.
since you're going to stay off camera.
Hi.
Hey, Allison. Hey, everybody.
What's up, Allie? Bad hair day?
Yeah, actually.
Show them your hat.
No.
Here.
Yeah, my hat.
You got a hat on?
It looks awful.
No, it
Yes,
doesn't.
it does.
It looks good. I like it.
I think women are sexy in hats. I can't get Brandy to wear one.
I got too much hair.
I've been buying Allison hats, trying to like
For years.
like passing a hint to her, like, what are these? She finally ordered some, and I was like, yes. Have y'all seen these? I couldn't resist it. It's called. They go on. Hold on.
I see you got your glove on, Michael.
Oh, they're not. I'm wearing both.
Imagine.
Oh, you got to take one of them off.
You know what they're for, right?
Carpal tunnel. No.
Yeah, they're Tommy coppers for carpal tunnel.
Do they help?
A ton.
A ton.
Yes.
Dude,
It's
I got carpal tunnel bad too. My hands will cramp up, and I can't get them out of position unless I pull them apart.
Sometimes.
That's how yours
So
work.
with my carpal tunnel, I have something called trigger finger.
Uh-huh.
That's what he's talking about. Like these two fingers, I look like Spider-Man. When I wake up, I cannot lift them up. They lock down. Remember
Right.
what bad
Yeah,
they
it
used
was
to get, babe?
awful. And his hands get really swollen too. I don't know if it's just, I mean, he gets so much inflammation around them and it's crazy.
This is that thing I was showing you. It goes on your cigarettes. I could not resist.
What
You
is
see
it?
it? It's a
Oh, cool.
and you hold your lighter on them.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
cool. Definitely.
that's actually a must for us smokers who can't keep up with our lighter, ain't it?
Yeah, it's right. Where's my vape though? This is so I'm trying to quit those, and I finally got me one. So
By vaping and smoking at the same time.
no, we're actually doing better. Excuse me.
Okay.
Like we were smoking. We've only been smoking like maybe 10. Not even me.
I've smoked what,
2 or
like
3 a day.
3 all day.
Yeah,
yesterday.
she's doing really good.
That's
I'm
good.
not doing as good, but I'm trying.
But you're doing good. You're doing good though.
Mhm.
So
Improvement. That's all we need.
I've smoked since I've been freaking 14 years old, and I'm 36 now.
Right.
Me too, dude. And I'm 47
7.
now.
Yeah.
It's hard, man. But yeah, that with it. So I haven't been following Debbie Collier cases closely as I should. But have they ruled any? I know they found her burnt right in the abdomen.
Yep.
They ruled out suicide.
Surrounded with the stuff she bought in the store, and that's what was used to kill her too.
Like a tarp, or not a tarp, but a what was that?
A tote.
A tote bag.
Is that what the ODB was?
Yeah, well, see, that's like the ODB. You know this. It's camping equipment. Like they make that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And
Strange.
I'm trying to think what else she bought. Like I had it.
A lighter and
Lighter.
what, a tarp? Was it a tarp?
It was a torch lighter, right?
Yeah, a torch lighter.
Yeah. That's crazy. Like, and then so what about the cameras at where she was at? Because it showed her.
Mm-hmm.
Was anybody already in the vehicle? Or just, that's what.
They said she was out there for 10 minutes after she left the dollar store. She's out in the parking lot for 10 minutes on video. So,
I think the clue is her text.
Yeah. And sending the Venmo
yeah,
payment.
strange.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe your daughter, but why? Who would be that stupid to send themselves money in a crime like that? That's the first person to look at.
I thought her dollar too, and because you look for motive, and money is a very good motive.
People people like especially family freaking out at the last minute
Mm-hmm.
would do something like, I gotta have an alibi. Send a text or
Yeah.
sending the money so that it looks like that she already knew, so she had to like take care of me before, something stupid.
Yeah.
But possibly could be the other way around, and her mother really did do that. So, I don't know. That's insane.
Yeah.
It's wild, ain't it?
So what did they say the cause of death? I know the abdomen was burnt, but
It wasn't fire. I don't know. I'm new to it. That's the first time I've read an article about it. Was just now.
Let's see who said that. True Crime with Barb. I do believe somebody else was in the van, in the back, probably laid down.
probably making her do that. Yeah.
Yeah, go in and buy these things. Good point. Yeah, send
How
her.
do you make her do that though? When you let her go in there by herself,
Obviously, either
wouldn't you
the
tick
guy
off
had
at least the cashier and been like,
You would
"Look, please, I'm in this van outside."
There's no way I would left that store if nobody
No.
pushed me, threatened me, without getting help. So
was she happily married?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I know the husband called her in missing too, but I'm not for sure.
See, that was. I'm wondering if she had like maybe an affair or
Maybe.
like the guy gets mad. Because that would be the only way that maybe a female that's dating somebody on the side would go in and not say anything because he's
Right.
yeah, and then he snapped. Yeah, I don't know.
It seems like they're on the case though, so hopefully we'll solve it. Hopefully they got enough evidence to put together.
All right, guys, we only need 20 more likes. Cam, have you liked this shit already?
Yeah,
Man.
I'm going to do it right now.
If we get 20 more, this one of our peeps is going to gift memberships.
Woo! Y'all need to have like the you need to make you a you know how to upload your little intros and all that, right? On StreamYard.
Do it now.
Dual intros?
Okay, so if you go over to brand, on your side column,
Yeah.
you can upload your intro and videos and stuff like you would play during the middle of your live. Like, so if you need something like woo, like a thing, if you reach this much, you can make a little video for it.
Down.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Little videos.
You can do your scroll across the bottom stuff there, all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Anything new going on in Summer's case or?
So this is what I've been working on. What was the last live that you watched?
Of yours?
Yeah.
I've never seen any of your lives.
No. Whatever the footprints you had,
You
The
said
footprint was the last one I seen too.
or the scent from the dog, I think nobody knew about.
oh yeah, that one. But you saw, I think John Davis said the other day, he said that was a good live. For the first time, he actually told me, so it was a good live. I was like, he watched one
I
instead of giving me hell. He does
Hey,
that.
that was good fun, man. I played your video on my live the other night.
Which one?
the one he made of you.
Oh, yeah, I played it on my live too.
I told Brandy, I said, because you had a lot of people in there when you played. I said, I ain't never seen the whole chat lined up with people in the laughing emojis for like 30 seconds solid, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's funny.
Dude, it was funny, dude. And that's like, I can laugh at myself. I have no problem. Like,
Hey, I caught some major shit over that. There's one lady that was so pissed at me over that.
for real?
Really?
Yes.
Why?
I got disowned by this woman for making fun of Cam.
Probably called
They love me.
Yeah.
They really love me.
They're very protective over you.
I tried to tell her, I was like, look, Cam thought it was funny. Allie's got it on the background of her phone.
She does. Okay, so yeah, you asked what we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna continue. Y'all should really have watched the last live we did. So everybody was like, "Oh, that Homeseth guy. That guy is a QAnon, whatever." And I'm like, "What's that?" Just so there's. So do y'all know who this is? This Jeffrey Homeseth? Is that right?
Something Timothy.
Timothy Homeseth.
I don't know who that is.
Never heard of it.
Hold on one second, and I will pull this up for y'all. So
Timothy Charles.
Timothy Charles Homeseth. Now, when I pull this up, do you care to share it?
No, go ahead. Don't get me copyrighted.
Nah, bro.
Bonnie
No.
gifted 5 memberships.
Oh,
Woo, woo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Whoever got the memberships. That's
Bonnie
great.
hooked y'all up.
That's awesome.
That's so nice of you. Thank you.
Here it is. I found it. Okay, so
Just be prepared though, because it's not.
yeah, this is rough.
It's rough stuff.
Okay.
This is not for the faint of heart, but it is crazy. But I feel that there might be something to it because All right, here it comes. I had them downloaded backwards, guys, so I have to give me just a second. They weren't in order.
Oh, you're doing fine, man.
Here you go. Share screen, Windows there.
Can you make him full screen or nah?
All you gotta do is just click on my window down there.
Thank you, Janet, for the super chat. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Janet.
Okay, if you'll clear that comment right there, John, and
Okay.
everybody will be able to see it. Okay, so let me pull this and zoom in. So this guy, alleged child serial K, panics after reports made to TBI and Summer Wells case.
Wow.
This was September 10th, 2021. Timothy Holmes said, okay, by Pentagon Pedo Task Force on September 9th, 2021 at 8:35 p.m. An alleged child serial lifer from Florida who travels the country to meet with FBI agents under established mission names such as Operation Chaos, whereupon he gives the feds information, he says, about international human trafficking, had a strong reaction to a report we made earlier today. Today we published Tennessee Bureau of Investigations alert. Today we published Tennessee Bureau of Investigation alerted to organized kidnapping in Summer Wells case. Sorry if I can get it out of my mouth.
That's okay.
Okay.
Wow. How have we never heard of that when that happened?
Bro, I heard about it back then, but I didn't know I had these articles.
Oh, we never even heard about
Yeah.
none of that.
Yeah, this guy is very disturbed, man. It says, so this next part, can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Did it go to the next page? Okay, cool. So it says the information submitted to the to TBI and the U.S. military by Timothy Charles Homseth included information about William K. Murtaugh of Popka, Florida. Several hours after the reports published, Murtaugh went live on YouTube and announced he contacted the military and law enforcement to inquire about the report made by Homseth. Murtaugh announced that he was told that nobody received any letter from Homseth. The following screenshot shows the response Homseth received from the TBI. Man, I cannot see this. It is so unclear. Hold on a second.
Oh.
If you, oh my gosh, have
You have a life-threatening emergency.
please contact your local emergency services by calling 911. This email,
Count.
can you read that?
If you could blow it up just a little bit more, I think I could. Well, no, I can't now.
Actively.
Yeah, here, we got it. I think I can get it now.
This email account is not actively. Oh, stop moving it.
Hold on, babe. Where are you at?
Right here.
Okay.
This email account is not actively monitored 24/7 and is
Designed for the public to have a place to report
routine tips
and leads involving criminal activity concerning
occurring within the state of Tennessee.
Okay, good job, babe. So
it is not designed to take the place of filing a police report with your local jurisdiction. Please be, what's that one?
please be something that we
Do not.
Advised.
Oh yeah, shoot. Hold on, sorry. There, I can see it a little better. Can you see a little better like that?
I can't.
Well, please be advised that we
Do not necessarily respond to
every tip or lead as
We receive and are,
There you go.
and we play forward
Your tip to the
affected local jurisdiction.
to the affected, if appropriate. Should you
require?
Oh my gosh! If you
Should you require direct assistance from the TBI, you may call 24/7 at phone number.
Okay, so that was blurry, and that's the best I get. I couldn't find the clip to get a better screenshot. So then it goes on and says, so that right there is saying that they don't investigate every tip and they'll send it to local law enforcement. That's insane.
Yeah.
Murtaugh said law enforcement told him Homeseth is under investigation. Murtaugh said he was made privy to confidential information about Homeseth and Randy L. Erickson, publisher, www.timothycharleshomeseth.com. Murtaugh told his 21 viewers that a spokesman at Fort Campbell advised him that Homeseth had been picked up on surveillance cameras at Fort Campbell holding his book, Homeseth's book. Murtaugh said Homeseth is going to be in trouble for reporting about the case of missing child Summer Wells. Murtaugh said Homeseth is interfering with the investigation. Evidence shows Murtaugh has consistently involved himself in missing child cases for over a decade. Murtaugh was on the news in Florida during the search for slain toddler Kaylee Anthony. News reports said Murtaugh.
Weird.
So, this one says, apologize. I think this one's not in order, though. It says, apologize after posting a letter online wherein claimed to know the identity of missing child Trenton Duckett's abductor.
So what, he's like a serial interjector? Is that what they're saying?
No, dude, wait. No, it's worse than that. This dude's like straight and disgusting. So it says it gets crazy, and that's why I said y'all be prepared. Yeah. In 2020, Murtaugh traveled to Minnesota to meet with Minneapolis FBI agents as part of what he called Operation Chaos. He was running in conjunction with former Navy SEAL Craig Randall, Solomon Sawyer, founder Veterans for Child Rescue Incorporated in Arizona.
Wow.
So, okay, so everybody in here that's saying that they're lost. This was in September of last year, and this guy said that he had information and knew the abductor of Summer Wells. Could he be a troll? Possibly, but he said he's an insider for the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force, which I do believe exists. It's Trump, love him or hate him, however, what everybody feels. I'm not talking about politics here, but when he came into office, he was going to clean up the nastiness in Washington with the people in high offices that are involved in pedophilia and other things. Talking about judges, politicians, law officers. That you remember that?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's the real thing.
Let's stay away from the politics, though.
I'm not. It's exactly what I just said. It's not about politics. This is just one thing that he was that Trump had promised to do. It's just a fact. It's not sides what I said. Either love him or hate him. I don't care what anybody's opinion is on any politics. That's not what I'm talking about. It's just that you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of pedos in government on both sides.
They are. There is. It's a fact.
Stars, any actors, actresses, it's everywhere.
I really think people in positions of power are more likely to be drawn to that shit because they got so much money, can do anything they want. It's almost like it lures them into it because it's something that you can't.
Well, they've already been there. It's nasty. It's like I've had the money. I've had anything and everything I've ever wanted. Yeah, exactly. Now it's gross. Yeah. But going back to even like John Wayne Gacy, serial killer, and the connections he had with this guy they called the Candyman out of Texas, there was a pedophile like underground. They had pamphlets and everything, like prostitution ring.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This goes back that far. And listen, like when I watched this documentary, this guy had like brochures and like calendars. I think it was not hidden, and conveniently it said that the cops that investigated the case, the cops that conveniently all that information and stuff disappeared. He said because people in high positions of power, this can make
it go away. Yeah.
I mean, look at Epstein. Why?
He blackmailed everybody. So.
Huh?
He was good at blackmailing people, like having evidence on them. So
Epstein.
Evidence. So.
Are you talking about Epstein?
Yeah.
Yeah, and look, guys, if y'all don't think that dude was taken out, he was in he was on suicide watch in jail and was still like, there's no, if you can get taken out when you're under protection, like PC,
yeah,
somebody in power is involved, because if you got that much power, insane. Anyway, let me continue with this. Y'all want me to?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't want to overstep or anything. Okay, so let's see, that's where, okay, this is in 2020, Murtaugh, that's where I read that part. This is the continuance here. Chat logs under Murtaugh's name also reveal he confessed to unliving Trenton and 5 other children. Excuse me. The horrendous confession showed the author bragging that he AR'd and murdered little kids and laughed about I'm not reading.
Who are they saying this was that did this?
Did you read that? Read that right there. I'm not reading it out loud.
Chat logs under Murtaugh's name also revealed he confessed to unaliving Trent and 5 other children. The horrendous confession showed the author bragging that he took advantage of and unalived little kids. The poo that exits a child.
No.
Is that not ridiculous?
Yeah, get that off there.
I am. I just want that. Look, when I covered this on my channel, I didn't read that either. I left it up there for just a second, and then we moved on. These are copies of his chat log with somebody right here. This is so bad.
That's gross, man.
Yeah.
So
I don't even want to see none of that.
Dude, this is just him. This is just him admitting it. I'll move it on. I mean, y'all, you want me to...
This is Murtaugh, right?
Yes.
And he's the guy that's the serial confessor.
Well, there's Murtaugh, and then there's the guy, but this is Murtaugh because it says Mert Witness 1 Live. That's him right here.
Yeah.
It says he's a he professed child killer, but he's saying that he's worked as an informant, that they didn't do anything to him.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'll let people, if you don't want me to continue with that, I'll take it off. But this goes on to tell more about Summer. Hold on, let me see right here. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. These are all these are his messages between him and another person.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to
just sum it up, because I'm sure you know it, right?
Yeah.
So what is he said about Summer specifically?
Right here, it's this thing on his web. Listen here. Yeah, I'll get to that. Timothy Charles Homseth is an award-winning news reporter and investigative journalist. He is an FBI witness in a national profile kidnapping case. He captured rogue CIA and FBI child traffickers on tape discussing their operation. He has been targeted for a decade. In 2019, Timothy Charles Homseth became part of the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force. Timothy Homseth is the only reporter authorized to report original content for the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force. There is one man between Timothy Homseth and President Trump. Okay, so no. All right, that's it. So basically, what he's saying is he made there was a C-Care RN. Listen, other people, I am so well. Bye. I was trying to show people this is content. If people want to get to the bottom of Summer's case, sometimes you have to look at things that are not pleasing. We're trying to dig to, it's not necessarily that I enjoy looking at it at all. I hate it, but I said we weren't going to give up on this case. You got anything you want to say, babe?
Yeah, I mean, it's important to look at everything because you never know. You never know what's going to be that one thing to lead us to her.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And
It's disturbing, but-
it's wide open until we know something for sure.
Dude, I with what happened to me as a child too, I have a hard time watching, reading this stuff and watching videos on it and digging on it because that's where, I want to see every single person that hurts a child like that. I don't believe they deserve that they deserve life, and I believe they need to be.
That's what me and John was talking about. If there's a crime on a child where they do something serious, they shouldn't let them sit in jail forever. They should just.
The reoffense rate is so high with that. I'm telling you, the people that actually get rehabilitated that have that in them is very low.
Yeah.
I think you need to do something to just
Especially if it's a
remove them permanently.
Have you heard me talk about so when I got out of jail, I had to take these classes for substance abuse where I had DUIs. This is 11 years ago. But so on the same night that I had to go to these substance abuse mandatory court order classes, these dudes that were sex offenders had a class that was getting out, and it's sickening how they treat them. If they go over, I'm like, they had a pizza party for them. I'm like, what? I mean, what the hell? It's gross, dude. They don't care. They get a slap on the wrist most of the time. They don't pull as much time as somebody that, crime is crime, they say, but there's some that are way worse than others. And, somebody out here that might have sold a pain pill to pay their power bill or whatever gets more time than somebody that hurts a child, essays them. That's insane.
Yeah.
And it's wrong.
Yeah. It's really wrong.
And a child that goes through that, usually they have, issues their whole life. It really changes that child. So
it does. It messes up their life forever.
It does. So,
and anybody that can hurt a child, what they're doing is essentially they're stealing a child's innocence.
Yeah, they are.
How much more evil can you get?
Not very much.
That's weird.
And this, people, I understand. Don and Candace are the worst parents. There's a lot of things that they do that people do not like. They were not good at a lot, but look at all this crap else that's come to light. That Summer's case has happened with her. I mean, you cannot ignore it, but a lot of people did.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
Mm-hmm.
For the longest time, y'all won't believe this. When we called out Sherfy Jr., people said, "How dare you go after an innocent person? Why don't you cover Don and Candace?" I said, "Innocent person?" I said he had over 1,000 images of child pee.
Yeah.
What
did he get? What was his sentence?
6 years.
Yeah.
And that's probably just the start of it. If he had those, he's doing, other stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's just what he got caught for.
Yeah. So.
And, sooner or later, the pictures don't suffice. They're not good enough for them anymore.
Josh Duggar got like 20 years, or no, he got a lot more than 6 years.
Yeah, after how many times did they get in trouble?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
3 times or.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right, man. Hey, have you been watching the whole live or no?
I just come in when y'all saw me.
I got Tim Mullins to answer a bunch of questions.
He
You told me about that. You told me he was going to.
Yeah, I got I'm gonna release the video tomorrow. It's got like 17 questions he answered, and I asked him about Don being questioned from Utah, right?
Yeah.
And he's basically give me the idea that he feels like that was the interview room blowing shit out of proportion, to sum it up, right? And I'm telling you, at the end of the month, if Don gets out, it's going to look like that. Is it not?
Yeah, repeat that again. I was trying to read that right there. Use what is summary.
He
Hold
said
on. Let me play you something real quick. Here it is. Watch this.
Never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up.
Well, okay, yeah, I now I add something to that. He is blowing it out of proportion. So I went over one night. We looked up the Utah law. Same thing we always do. People got so mad, just like they did about the address the other night with Snaps Ferry Road, where Andy Bernard and allegedly Gene Wishon, which is 423 Chase's brother. It says on a lot of websites that they lived there during the same time.
Right.
Well, back to this, I'm just saying people got angry over when you try. I called Sullivan County Courthouse, the mapping zoning guy for 911, and I played all these recordings the other night. But so I did the same thing with Utah law on Don. If Don was to get charges pressed on him, first of all, it would be civil. It's civil now.
Really?
Yes. Whether
After
after a certain amount of time.
Civil law.
Go ahead, Dave.
It turned into a civil matter?
It's
Instead of
civil.
criminal,
It's
yes.
not criminal.
Well,
And that's state law. And people got mad because I read the law out. We went over because I didn't know the answer.
Yeah.
So we learned at the same time. But another thing with that is too, people said that the police, you remember when they said that police from Utah came and talked to Don?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a private investigator over a Zoom or whatever they do at the jail from Utah. It was not even a cop. Allegedly. And I can't tell you how I know that, but I know that, and I believe my source when it
Right.
comes. I do. They've never lied to me. So
See, I think that was really misrepresented in my case, regardless.
it
You
was.
come out of that feeling like he was getting extradited
Yeah.
for sure. That's the feeling that was portrayed to me
Yeah, me too.
when I seen all that.
Yep.
Mhm.
And, to me, I just feel like it was dishonest. you
Yep.
know? And
Yep.
I am the first one to say I think Dawn and Candace are bad people. The first one. But I don't think you should invent stuff that's not true, because it's not going to happen. And when he walks out at the end of the month, everybody's going to see that. And I just think it was dishonest portrayal of what was going on.
Please explain to Marion in here why I'm fidgety on YouTube. I'm always like, if anybody's ever watched me, I'm always fidgety. I have ADHD. I actually have ADHD. That's why when I do my live streams, I can't look at this over here, the chat, because it gets me way off course. I mean, sorry guys if it aggravates you, but that's how I am. But I also consider my ADHD as a blessing too, because it allows me to, when I do focus in on stuff, like I focus in on it. But if I don't, it's another story. Like if I don't find it interesting, you can catch me like I'm gone.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. I just get irritated about that. We're so far past that, man. People keep trying to throw that crap in my face. I am who I am.
The more you talk about it, the more ammo you give them.
Yeah.
And I haven't talked. I just had to with her because I saw one of my mods over here telling her to, and I'm like, I want people to know about. I try to be wide open.
Right.
Because just like we talked, the reason I'm like this, John, is because you even said the reason that you had a bad outlook on us at the beginning is because of what other people said.
Yeah.
So that's why I try to talk to people and let them, because I know that
The way they get to actually see us and
hear it from us. Yeah.
Well, we got Green Eyes in the house. Is that the Green Eyes of the Jody Sue story?
Is it Green Eye Girl or Green Eyes?
Just says Green Eyes.
Yes.
What's up, Green Eyes?
I just found out the other night that Jody Sue watches JD.
Mac Daddy Chicken Leg. What?
Jody Sue watches my channel now.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Boy, she got angry after our last live, buddy.
She did.
Oh, did she?
She got set off. I don't know.
Oh, you did something.
I don't remember. Was it even written? No,
It
because
was
we were
about
talking
Snaps
about
Ferry, yeah.
Snaps Ferry Road and that address, because that's where she allegedly lived. So this is the
Wow.
problem. If they lived there at the same time Gene LaShawn lived there, then they know 423 Chase for sure before this happened.
Oh.
So, and it was 2009. Now, what I found out though was that Gene LaShawn had a court lien or something out of Sullivan County, whatever court that was, the little court, but out of another address on Fort Henry Drive in 2009. So that knocks that out of the water. But he also did live there somewhere in the same in 2008 and 10.
Yeah.
And there was the argument that Andy Bernard came on alive with Tiffany Marie. And I asked him in the chat if he did live there. I asked the question about it, and he said, Gene must have lived in the trailer park. I lived in the house. Well, they all tried to argue and say that 333 Snaps Ferry Road was the trailer park address and the house address. It's not. 375 Snaps Ferry is the trailer park. So therefore, Andy was lying. There's no other way around it, right?
It's a completely different
It's
address.
completely different address.
Right.
So it's showing up that they both lived at 333, not Gene LaShawn at 375. That's what I'm saying. And people, there's certain few creators. That's why I went the extra length and called all those places in Sullivan County, because I went the extra mile to get the truth. And even though I had the truth on recording on a live, they
So we made up an address.
said I made up an address. So if I made up 375 Snaps Ferry Road, I had the 911 zoning zoning man for Sullivan County. He backed up my lie with me
without even talking to him beforehand.
Come on, dude. I was like, come on.
Yeah, that's wild.
People get upset about certain stuff.
Yeah.
Well, if they don't like, sometimes they don't like the truth.
They don't like the narrative. Yeah.
Yeah. If it doesn't. And what I said, this was the whole thing kind of was bad because all of us were wrong about that after. Even me, we were all wrong about certain things about it. So when I called, I got the truth. And if they would have listened a little bit longer, they would have seen that some of the things they said were proven right through my calls.
Yeah.
But people get angry so fast because they don't.
Defensive.
Yeah, it's not.
It's because all these people are in their own little echo chambers.
Yes.
And they have what they think happened, how it happened, who done it, and they're set on that. And if you give them anything that doesn't fit that narrative, they're going to reject it and not hear it because they don't want to.
It's ego. It's all ego.
Dude, I get told 100 times a day in the comments exactly what happened to Summer.
And where?
And they know. And it just blows my mind. Either people are that naive to think they know that down to the detail that it's hard to get along.
Yeah, and it's not about if I'm right if you're right, if this so and so creator is right, it's about what the truth is. If
Yeah.
I'm wrong, I will 100% stand up and say, my bad, I got that wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not that hard. You
Yeah.
know, somebody, like you said, people in the comments will say, for sure, so and so did it, and this is how. I'm like, you know, all I ask back is, how do you know that? Please explain how you know. Yeah, where's your proof, and how do you know that? They'll never answer back. That shit don't fly in our comments. I don't allow that.
Right.
You know, and the other thing is, you know, as far as some people in the comments, they'll be like, shit, I lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
I get what the ones that get me the most are the Donna Serafina followers and them.
Or the psychics, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, like I've said, I try to be open to that, but you know, when everything a psychic tells you, you believe it 1000% with no evidence. I can't do that. I need something concrete before I'm going to invest my whole belief in that shit.
Same.
I can't have some person saying that their psychic ability told them exactly what happened and not have nothing to back it up.
Right.
You know, and you know,
even a broken clock's right 2 times a day.
Thank you. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
And I've noticed a big technique now is to give like 10 versions of what it could have possibly been, and then if you hit on one of them, wow, you said it. And I mean, that's just not reality.
yeah, exactly. And Ziggy, they're correct. Yeah, you know, you know, I don't know if people that have been following for a while, but Ziggy did the interviews with Fred Hill, and people do. I went over them many times on our channel, but people, if y'all haven't listened to him, go listen to him. Fred's right about quite a bit of stuff.
He's telling the truth.
He's telling the truth. And as time has went by, you know, things have been able to be corroborated through things he said.
Yeah.
So it's always good to go back and listen to things, because as we learn more with Jody Sue talking, Andy talking, whoever's talking, things start coming out more and more. You know, I did a live about, I think that's what you're talking about. The last one y'all saw about the tracks, about Jody Sue.
Yeah.
Talking about tracks.
Right.
Why was she talking about that before the tracks were even mentioned? It's like she's already covering up her steps.
Mm-hmm.
She's already, you know, making sure her bases are covered.
Yeah.
I think the most interesting thing Fred Hill said was that Candace had another baby.
Green Eyes, I agree with you, Junior, too. Same. Yeah. See, like, that's the only thing I get with the, where does that come from about her having another, like, where I don't
said that.
Yeah, I know that. But what I'm saying is, you know, that's the only thing I haven't been able to
verify.
You know, but he also, you know, Andy's his cousin, Fred Hill's cousin. So yeah, he says that. Yeah, he says Damien, but he calls him Andy Jr. Even though they know each other that well. Says that he was in the swimming pool with Summer. Why is a 19-year-old in a swimming pool with a 5-year-old child?
That's weird.
And then that leads to, like, everybody's like, oh, you know, he was running through the woods. Well, maybe he's not a toddler. He's a 19-year-old grown man. He had permission to be on the Wells property. But instead of, you know, people are like, well, maybe he was just being nosy. Whatever. If you're going to be nosy and you have permission, go up there and offer to help and stand around. Don't go running around creeping in the woods.
Yeah, that's weird.
And where he ran from is the exact area where the scent dogs followed Summer scent down to the bottom of the driveway to where it ends at the hard top. Yeah,
I think that's a case of Jody Sue's nosy ass sent him up there to try to see what was going on or to hear something.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If that's the case, he had permission.
He could have just walked up the driveway and started conversation with them.
This is how bad it was that Candace took up for him. That the woman that chased him when he came out of the woods, one of the witnesses said, "That's the guy right there that I chased," and tried to tell Candace, and she's like, "No, it wasn't him. He has permission to be up here."
Well, that don't make you not the guy. Why did you say that?
Any mother is, I don't give a shit if I like somebody or not. If somebody tells me that my child's missing, I'm gonna call and be like, y'all need to go investigate that.
Yeah, definitely.
But so this is how bad it was. The woman that chased it was the mother and her 2 adult daughters.
Right.
They found out, as this happened in August the 1st of 2021. They found out in December of 2021 that Candace still hadn't even reported that to the police. So they did it themselves.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's report that.
Hey, what do you make out of Candace not showing up for the Don B restraining order?
That's weird.
Why would you go through
Why go through all that damn trouble to not go to court?
Yeah.
Right, because she's had to have went there and filed a report and all that shit, right?
Had to have. I mean, unless she would have to. That's how you'd have
all
to
that in,
be a magistrate.
And you go through all that and then you don't show?
It's weird.
Don't make a lot of sense, does it?
I don't get that.
Do you have 100% that she didn't show?
That's what they're saying.
Well, I mean, that's what Don B kind of put out.
Yeah. I guess
Don B.
We could follow it up though. I don't know.
I know there's people in here that support.
Is that a public document, you think?
Should be. Court docket, yeah, it should be.
I might try to find it.
We can call the courthouse and ask.
Yeah. Will they tell you?
It's public information. If it's already closed, it should be public information.
Huh.
Well, I'm guessing she didn't. I really don't believe she showed.
I just don't understand why she spent all that time to do that.
Why does she do a lot of shit she does?
No, makes a lot of sense, definitely. Who knows?
Hold on a second. I want to see what was said right here. What? Be careful, Green Eyes. Be careful, man. You got proof of that. That's how rumors get started, dude.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get into all that.
Yeah, dude, look, I understand people have strong opinions, but that's the problem now in this case. His opinions have been pushed forward as fact.
Oh, there's way too much alleged being told as fact. That's for damn sure.
Use your words. Say allegedly, speculation, my opinion.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, guys, I don't know. I just that's what I think. I'll say this and then I'm gonna hop off here. But when I go live tonight, I'm gonna continue something that I ended with. As far as one of the neighbors and what he said to another YouTuber as they checked the property out there, one that we had checked previous, and a lot of things he said is very suspect. I'm going to continue with that. So me and you, we had talked about the Richard Timothy Honecker case.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get started on that again if you want.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's really weird, y'all. Me and you'll have to do like a something to open it up for everybody and lay it out really good again. I know you did it once, but
well, hell no, I've got quite a few. I've got a whole playlist,
right,
of where we've talked about Had the Family on multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go over it again.
You're going to line up a trip to go search too.
Yeah. So I need to talk to you. You need to get online. Yeah. I know a website. It's for a lot of people. I want people, if you want to get certified, just your first level of certification for search and rescue, there's a website. You can go
I've already been there.
Okay, cool. Well, basically that's what we're going to do for November. End of October, November, we're going to have a massive search. And Ronnie Lawson, if they want to say, hey, we don't want people out here searching, it's too dangerous. Well, here's our certification. Here are waivers saying that whoever, if it's a private property, because this is the thing, people. Sheriff Lawson can't do shit if you have permission to search on private property. We'll have a waiver signed by the property owner saying they're not responsible if somebody gets hurt, you know, etc. If, you know, no property of the landowner will be damaged as we go, you know, on a search. You come to these property owners, come correct, come responsible and respectful and professional.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, man. We're gonna sign off. And what time are you coming on tonight?
What time you want to go on, babe? We'll probably go about 6, 7, somewhere in there.
All right, y'all look for Cam tonight around 6 or 7.
I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I hope to see all y'all there. Thank y'all.
All right, see you, buddy.
Thank
See you,
you.
bro.
Bye.
See you, Brandy.
Bye.
Yeah, me and Cam's gonna work out some details. We're going to go do some searching. I just gotta get a lot of damn views on all my stuff because it ain't cheap for me to do it.
Yeah. But thanks for everybody being here.
And
If y'all, go ahead.
Go ahead.
If you haven't subscribed and hit the like button, please.
Yeah, and thanks to all the new members and all the people that gave super chats and all that. We appreciate it. We really do.
And Bonnie Bailey, you donated $5, so we really appreciate that. That's nice of you.
Yeah.
And
yeah, thanks for everybody coming. You know, and if you want to help the channel, watch our videos, like them, comment,
right, that helps me.
subscribe, share, become members, all that. We appreciate the hell out of it, and you know, it allows us to do more. So thanks everybody, and we'll be back Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to set it up early so everybody will have a little bit of a warning, but we'll be on Wednesday evening, and we'll see you guys then.
Don't forget about the video tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sorry, threw that in.
See you guys later.
Bye.